Hi, hope you have a great day, everyone. Hi, this is Karina again, and welcome to episode number 41, right? So finally, after a few weeks of depression, finally we are seeing, some uplift in prices. Now it's even above 4,000 mark, which is a critical level, right? I mean, analysts have been saying, it should go past 3,008, and then the next level to test is really 4,002. So now it has gone past 4,000. Let's hope, right, that it will go past 4,002. But let's see. And yeah, it's great to see, a sea of greens actually finally, and amazing. Yeah, let's go into the news. Okay, Coinbase lists DAI, Golem Maker, and Zilliqa, which is the basically these are tokens on the Ethereum platform, and introduces crypto to crypto convert feature. This we talked about already, but let's just quickly go to this, right? So Coinbase expands support for ERC20, which is the Ethereum tokens. Coinbase continues to roll out support for new cryptocurrencies. The exchange announced on December 18 that its Coinbase Pro platform will allow users to trade DAI, Golem, Maker, and Zilliqa digital currencies. Support for the aforementioned 4 cryptocurrencies will be available in the UK, Canada, EU, Singapore, and Australia, missing US here. The post highlighted that support for Golem and DAI would also be available in the US, except for the city of New York. Notably, MKR, which is Maker, and Zilliqa cryptocurrencies will not be available to customers in the US, presumably due to ambiguity regarding regulations. Also, the newly listed crypto assets are not yet available on Coinbase.com or their mobile app. The exchange stated that a separate announcement would be made to that effect. Now, the significance of this news in my mind is basically now that means now they are open. Coinbase is now open to selectively list cryptocurrencies on different parts of the world, right? So that means that they can potentially also list XRP, which is Ripple, because right, it has already been rumored that basically that they will list Ripple, but the common objection that have been raised is really because a lot of uncertainty around regulations on Ripple, whether it will be classified as a securities in the US, and if so, then people in US will basically not be allowed to trade it, and they don't want it. It will be illegal then to list it as such. So that's the problem now. But the thing is then, if they are open to list, these 4 ERC20 tokens, selective region like that, right? They can also do the same then for XRP or Ripple token, right? That's exactly them. So if this were to happen, right, then this will be a very positive news for the overall industry, and of course for Ripple, supporters, and that could even push the overall crypto price, because it just gives a boost to Ripple, and it being the number 2 coin now, then it can also have that positive spillover effect to Bitcoin and overall cryptocurrencies. That's really the hope now, that maybe right, as part of the 12 days Christmas present for the world, right, this they may want to do this on the last day of this 12 days announcements, but let's see, but there's hope there. Yeah. Okay. The other thing which I thought also linked to Ripple is, let's see, right, this is Western Union hints at using cryptocurrency in its services, right? Now, the title is misleading. Basically, they just said that, right, they are already using 130 currencies already, moving 130 currencies already, right? So if one day when cryptocurrencies are in mainstream adoption, then they will also adopt cryptocurrencies as part of their remittance. Now, that's what basically what this news article is about. Now, what is interesting is that I want to highlight that if they were to adopt this, right, most likely they are going to go with Ripple, because recall that in June 2018, they actually ran a blockchain trial with Ripple. Yeah. And they then the thing is they said they have done 10 transactions, and then they complain. Basically the result was then they say they actually do not see any cost savings. But in a rebuttal, right, or in a response to that, then Ripple Senior Vice President of Product Ashish Bala said it's impossible for Western Union to see any cost savings benefits because they had only done 10 transactions using XRP. They currently do millions of transactions a month. So if they do that similar amount of transactions on XRP, they will see that, economies of scale kicking in and all that. So my my take is then again, if Western Union were to take this, of course, it's going to be a big implication for XRP, and most likely they are going to go with Ripple. After all, Ripple have signed up a lot of partnerships in the traditional, financial institutions world. So I'm not surprised, if Western Union were to adopt a cryptocurrency, it will be XRP first. That's really my take. And then again, this will be again, even more positive for XRP in the future. Yeah. Okay. So as part of their Christmas presents, now Coinbase now lets users earn crypto while learning. But the thing is, this is only via invitation only. I don't know what is the criteria that they're going to invite, but basically they are going to allow, customers that they invite to, learn about some cryptocurrencies, and then they will get them free to try it out. Basically, that's what this is about. Yeah. Interesting, I thought. Now, this is a negative news, but I just want to, I don't want to hide this kind of news. So I just want to call it out there. But at the same time, I'm going to also have other news that, kind of like contradict this piece of news. Yeah. So December 20th, Bitcoin is called a pyramid scheme by CFA Institute. Now, this is a very important news because, right, CFA is a very well known and very established very established institutions in the world of investing and investment. Basically they say that whatever it is not a legitimate investment. That's basically what they are saying. Yeah. Yes, and they say CFA Institute does not consider Bitcoin as an asset class at all, but instead marks it out as too inefficient to be a currency. So basically, they are saying, basically then they are saying there is no good, right? Because either way, it's not an investment, it's also not a currency, right? The thing is this, right? They also said just 2 months ago, Goldman Sachs proved finance feeds correct in stating that it will never engage in any form of cryptocurrency trading. Now, that is very weird because I also tried to look around for the Goldman Sachs article and, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and all that. And I couldn't find any article that says such thing. In fact, the latest article from Goldman Sachs and Bitcoin was in August in 2018 that say that, there were rumors that they are abandoning their plans of having a crypto desk. And they say, no, they are continuing with that plan. So this is very weird, right? That, why they are saying things like this, and separately, right, I also just want to highlight, basically, there's so many articles that basically say that institutions are putting money, continue to invest into cryptocurrencies, right, and you're talking about actual Bitcoins one, right, and let's just look at it, yeah, next few articles are basically saying that, so it's very strange that, CFA come out and say that Bitcoin is a pyramid scheme, and and I remember that they are also going to offer courses on cryptocurrency and blockchain. They're going to add that into their module of their examination. So does that mean they are only going to talk about the blockchain part of it, right? But the funny thing is, actually, cryptocurrency are the ones that power blockchain. So I mean, this is very interesting. I just have to say that, right? Okay, so this article, cryptocurrency industry faces insurance hurdle to mainstream ambitions. Now, basically, this is about cryptocurrency exchanges and traders in Asia are struggling to insure themselves against the risk of hacks and theft, a factor that they claim is deterring large fund managers from investing in nascent market yet to be embraced by regulators. Yeah. So my take is this. So basically, this is saying, yes, they need to have insurance in place so that, they're not they don't take so much losses, you know. So but what is interesting about this article is they also say many asset managers are interested in digital assets. A Greenwich Associate surveys published in September said 72% of institutional investors who responded to a research firm believe crypto has a place in the future, right? Now, this is very interesting why like CFA still will say such thing, you know, in the early article. Though, of course, yes, I admit, right, that the institutions for them to come in, they do need a few things to be in place, like regulations, like custody, which, you know, a lot of the governments now are increasingly having regulations on cryptocurrency. That means they are trying to legitimize this space. Later, we will have a news article on UK, right, trying to tax people who are going to receive cryptocurrency as their payments as income tax. That means they recognize that as a form of payments, right? As a currency. That's why they're taxing it as an income tax, right? And also they're going to tax gains on cryptocurrencies. Again, that means they recognize it as an investment. That's why they're taxing capital gains tax on it, you know. We'll go into that later more. But yeah, this is very weird, right? Again, most have held of, okay, that's just the main thing I want to talk about. Yeah. So next one, Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao calls 2018 correction year for crypto. But having said that, I just want to highlight this point. Binance launched one fiat exchange already, plans to launch 2 or 3 in the next month or so, and 10 more fiat exchanges next year. None of our plans, quote, changed, and we are still pushing forward very aggressively. So basically, for those who don't know, Binance is the largest cryptocurrency exchange by volume today, and they are so big just by offering crypto to crypto exchange. They are not yet allowing newbies who only have fiat money to come in and buy cryptocurrency. So for you to invest in Binance, if you're a newbie, you have to go through maybe an ATM, buy through an ATM first. Then when you have Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin, one of those, then you can go to Binance and trade into other currencies and many more currencies that you like. But they are going into expansion mode, huge expansion mode, and they're going to do this fiat exchange, which means they allow people then to use cash fiat to buy into cryptocurrencies directly, lesser trouble and more secure. But of course, I think that they would need then to for that they would never need to verify the identity of the customer. That's basically what they need to do. But I just want to highlight here that Binance continue to be very committed in this space, and they're going to launch more exchanges that accept cash. That means I think that they are preparing for the next rally in prices, so that they are well prepared to capture all these new customers, because currently Coinbase are really the big name, the big brand out there that accept cash to buy crypto. So for newbie, really, people will just recommend Coinbase, if you want convenience, if you don't mind giving up your privacy. Yeah. Okay, this is another very big news, because QOO10 is basically like is equivalent to the Amazon, but is in Southeast Asia, right? It's really an online retailer that sell everything. But their focus is really on Southeast Asia, and they have launched a blockchain powered marketplace with cryptocurrency. This is very exciting, I thought, and they are the first e-commerce firm to come up with this. So implication is that, right, if Amazon were to also do this, then it will be really a great boon for the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. Yeah. So what do they do? Now, e-commerce on QO10 has unveiled a new blockchain-based e-commerce marketplace and a new cryptocurrency to go with it. Named Q, the platform closely resembles QO10's flagship marketplace and is available on desktop and mobile, similar, but they will be fully launching on January 1st, 2019. The unique selling point is that it is use of smart contracts, a blockchain feature that automates the verification of transactions between different parties, in this case merchants and shoppers, right? It's built on the Ethereum platform. That's fine. The thing is this, Cube is enabled through the use of their Q coin, a private blockchain token created by QO10 for the marketplace. Purchases on Cube can only be made via this token. Why they want to do this token is because Cube can better serve customers with more competitive prices thanks to a new revenue model. By removing the 10% merchant fee and payment gateway fees that traditional marketplaces charges, merchants can now compete with other e-commerce platforms. So basically, they don't need to, they do away with a lot of the fees, that then people can literally just, be attracted more to this platform. And that you need an incentive for people to move over, right, from their QO10 normal platform to this Cube platform, right? But the thing is, of course, then you have to buy their Q tokens to be able to, transact on this platform. And yeah, they're basically targeting the Southeast Asia market, especially people who don't have, who are unbanked. And a lot of places like Indonesia, Myanmar, Philippines, right, even they are, they basically then they're expanding their markets like that, yeah. And you can even buy their Q coins in 7-Eleven convenience stores. That's the amazing part, yeah. And this is another article that supports my point, right, that actually a lot of institutions are actually buying into Bitcoin and crypto, despite, CFA institutes saying that it's actually not an investment. It's not a legitimate investment, right? That is a very strong stance, yeah. Okay. So basically here it says, although many have claimed that cryptocurrencies, namely Bitcoin, have finally bitten the dust, in 2018's market downturn, data indicates that many investors still see copious amounts of value in blockchain-based assets. Per a report from Bloomberg News, Olga Karif, which directly cited data from blockchain analytics unit Chain Analysis, Bitcoin BTC has continued to flow into addresses of personal wallets, not just exchanges. Yeah. So that means people could have buy via over-the-counter market, or they can go to peer-to-peer exchange, decentralized exchange. Research group divulged that the 30-day moving average of Bitcoin flow into investors' wallets has been on the rise, eclipsing the 400 million milestone as of November 1st. Although the $400 million out of Bitcoin's current 65 billion market cap isn't especially notable, considering that in June this same figure was only $300 million. Yeah, at that time, though BTC was $6,000 versus now, right, is $4,000, or at the time of writing of this article is 3,750. Members' inflows could be seen as a bullish indicator. Yeah. The other thing is this is what I want to point out. Grayscale Investments now own 1% of all BTC. This is not a news already, but still it is again refreshing to see, this being appear again and again, because that they are clearly an institutional player, right? And who are their customers? Their customers are really high net worth individuals and also other institutions. Yeah, look at their amount of Bitcoin holdings. It keep continuing to go up, and they now have over 1% of Bitcoin circulation in the world. So it's a total of 200,000 and 3,000 units, right? That's what it says. Yeah. Yes, that just says the point. And as I said earlier, UK government is the latest to actually legitimize cryptocurrencies, because now that they are going to charge, that in a new taxation guidelines published December 19, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs also stated that digital assets received from employees in lieu of cash or gain from mining activities and airdrops will be taxed in line with existing income tax and national insurance contribution laws. And the UK government has said that individual investors will be liable to pay capital gains tax each time they sell crypto assets for profit. Yeah. So what does it mean? It really means that, if they're taxing it, basically, and they, so this is no longer seeing it as a gambling anymore. It is really seeing it as a investment. In the quote, in the vast majority of cases, individuals hold crypto assets as a personal investment, usually for capital gain appreciation in its value or to make particular purchases. They will be liable to pay capital gains tax when they dispose of their crypto assets. Yeah. So again, this is good that they actually have come out, to say that it's a very clear stance, and it's good that another government, have come up with clear regulations like this. Yes, as I said, right, really a lot of governments actually they rather regulate what they can, and this is a actually regulations is a good thing for cryptocurrencies because it really just legitimizes the field more and more each day. Dash is Venezuelan adoption as 66,000 crypto phones sold in 4 months. So this is very interesting. Dash has recorded yet another adoption milestone driven by special circumstances in Venezuela, with a sale of more than 66,000 crypto mobile phones that are designed with special cryptocurrency enhancements optimized for the Dash ecosystem. Yeah. So what happened is that this they partner with a mobile company called Crypto Mobile Corporation, a South American company that manufacture mobile phone that come pre-equipped already with the Dash ecosystem, which is a Dash wallet and their app. So and this is very good because they already sold 66,000 units of this mobile phone, and that means a lot of the business also in Venezuela are accepting cryptocurrency, Bitcoin among others, and also Dash. So Dash is definitely very smart in using this way to actually go into the markets that actually need it most. Yeah. And after Venezuela, they are going to target Latin America. So very interesting and worth looking into, right? This coin for future. And Saxo Bank founder Lars Christensen is waiting for cryptocurrency panic sell-off. So Danish Saxo Bank founder Lars Christensen made millions trading Bitcoin, but as a CEO of a bank, he had a hard time persuading his staff to offer crypto services. Now he's waiting on the sidelines for another panic sell-off before re-entering crypto trading. Right now, this news is okay. Basically, he is no longer he doesn't own Saxo Bank anymore, but this article, right, main implication I want to call out this article is because just to show that another very smart people, right, and who is super rich are also see the potential and believe the potential of cryptocurrency. Yes. So let's look a bit, just go into a bit of it, right? So 55-year-old Danish banker Christensen, also known as Stig, says he always has had an ultra-libertarian streak and is critical of the current banking system. So what happened was he actually made an early investment in Bitcoin, buying when it was priced at $100 to $400 5 years ago. He then cashed out over $1 million when Bitcoin reached $6,300 in 2017, right? Of course, then this was just before the blow-off rally in the last part of the year, so I looked like an idiot for a while, particularly because the main Danish financial paper got wind of it and ran a front page story on my sale. But now I look a little smarter, I guess. I haven't invested in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ether since. But what he's going to do is he's actually waiting for prices to go lower, and then he's going to go into cryptocurrencies. And that's my point, right? Really, it is again rich people and people who really in the know, connected, they believe in this new invention, right? So what do you think? Yeah. Okay, this is just for a little fun, right? Bitcoin Exchange HBUS continues comedic billboard campaign. The last time they have this was they actually made fun of other crypto exchange like Coinbase, where they show like Primate and Monkey being Coinbase and others, whereas them HBUS is a human, so and then they put it in a very prominent place in Wall Street. So basically then is he's really trying to make fun. And the latest billboard is basically depicts an aged man and reads, "Who says crypto is stressful? I'm 28 and I feel fine." So they're really just trying to put some humor in the space, I guess, amidst all this doom and gloom, right? Though I know the last 2 days has been a bit of optimism, but who knows whether it will last. Well, hopefully it will last, but no one knows, right? Yeah. Okay. Ledger to accept crypto payments following MOU Hong Kong startup. Ledger is the cryptocurrency hard wallet. For those who don't, they're the really leading company. So crypto hardware wallet, Ledger supplier Ledger has signed an agreement with crypto payment startup Crypto.com to allow users to pay for its products with crypto. That's really amazing for another merchant, and it's just natural for a merchant in crypto space to accept crypto as a payment, but I guess they need to have the infrastructure set up. And Crypto.com, for those who don't know, they already have a lot of debit cards, and the novelty is that it is actually metal card versus the normal credit cards are in plastic. They already issued those cards to customers in Singapore and US for individuals like you and me to actually buy normal day goods with cryptocurrencies. And I have actually transacted using cryptocurrencies to buy McDonald's. So it's really cool, and it's just works. They have partnership with Visa, so it just works similarly exactly like how you use your credit card. Very fast, very instant, and every transaction is then in your mobile app as well. So cool stuff. And yeah, and of course the wallet will support Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum, Litecoin, Binance Coin, Monaco, and of course its own Crypto.com chain token. Yeah. Okay, trader who caught Bitcoin's 84% decline now predicts this. This is important. Bitcoin has had a brutal 2018, yes, and so let's just quickly go to it. Okay, Brent, a 71-year-old trading veteran, told Yahoo Finance it wasn't a particularly difficult call to make, considering other parabolic advances have typically resulted in similar crash. So Peter Brent, basically, he correctly called that Bitcoin will crash to 4,000 or less than 4,000 level in January 2018. And now that his call was correct, right? That now he's basically saying Bitcoin prices now could dip even lower to as low as 1,200, though he's careful to quickly add that his call is just based on his technical analysis, he thinks, but he's quickly careful to note that his call for a more than 80% decline in Bitcoin's price doesn't mean he wasn't a fan of cryptocurrency long-term prospects. In fact, after the precipitous fall, Brent wouldn't rule out the possibility that Bitcoin returns to its December 2017 all-time high. It would just have to survive the potential dip he still thinks could come, So basically, that is what another, alternative view that you see. Basically, he thinks, just based on his analysis, he thinks it could go lower. So this is, so another call maybe that, don't get your hopes too high because you may be disappointed. But then again, he is then still positive long term. So that makes me, very happy that, someone who, his analysis is his analysis, right? Which I think is fair. But, he went on to add and he makes sure to add that he's still positive long term. And that's just enough for me that, because I think, for CFA to say something like that, it can really scare a lot of people off, and people who don't know, who never follow other news, right? And then it's just see CFA, and that is enough to scare a lot of people off. So, that's all I have today. Hope you have a great day, wherever you are. And yes, and God bless. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you can subscribe or like. Thank you so much.